We are under the lights as the show gets you ready for another edition of Major League Baseball. Tonight, an intriguing matchup between the Atlanta Braves and the New York Mets. The Braves are white hot as they stare down consecutive win number 20. They'll go for it right after this. Marcus Stroman gets the ball for the Mets in this one. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matt, we're getting a look at a guy that's really dependable. Last three starts, ERA just under 3.00, and that's some pretty good pitching. Minimizes the amount of walks, keeps his hits down, and if he can do more of the same of that, he should have some pretty good fortune in this one here today.
Now in the box, Kenny Lofton, and we are set for baseball here this evening. Hit softly down the line at first. This gets foul. It's 0-1.
First pitch, 7-11.
Now the pitch. Ripped on the ground to first. Right to him. And he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game.
Batting second.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. Head-to-head history with Marcus Stroman. He's 0 for 5. Hit hard to short. Rosario's got it. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Batting third.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ozzie Albies. He went deep last night twice. High chopper over to the right side. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Vida Blue gets the ball for Atlanta in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Boy, talk about a guy that's hard to score off of. The last three starts, an ERA of under 1. So if you think you're going to score a lot of runs off this guy, you better get him early, because once he settles in, he's awfully tough. And Matty B, this is one of the top pitchers in the sport right now.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. The 1-2.
Man, he's going to be kicking himself when he goes and watches the video after this one. That's a changeup, 2 strikes in the wheelhouse. You cannot miss that pitch.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Ahmed Rosario is dealt with for the first out in the bottom of the inning. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Nimmo bats left but throws right and stands in at 6'3". He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on a superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
In there, and it's 0-2 now. Pulled toward right center field. Acuna's there for it. And that's the third out. Stepping up now, Dale Murphy. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game. And this pitch just about saws him off as he can't get extended at all. It's strike 1. Fellas, these Mets, as they enter play here tonight, they come in the midst of a stretch where they dive and he knocks it down. And he'll make it to first easily on what will almost certainly be ruled an infield single.
The first baseman.
Nice effort by the shortstop right there. Kept it in front of him. That's all he could do right there, Dan.
And he's into second safely with the stolen base. The 1-0 home. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
You know, I was pretty surprised to see him on the move to third, because it didn't seem like he had that much of a lead, but he made it work out. That was really impressive.
Scooped up. Only play will be to first, as we'll see our first run score here, as this is a 1-0 ball game.
The third baseman.
Digging in, Omar Vizquel. Base is empty in front of him with 1 away following the RBI ground out. High in the air out to center field. Marisnik is camped under this one. And that's out number 2. And next will be Dansby Swanson digging in. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. A swinging bunt out in front of the plate. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. So it's up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. And it's fouled away. Right there, and it's quickly 0-2 now. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
No balls and a strike to count. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Sort of surprising to see a 5-hole hitter take 2 in a row for strikes to start an at-bat. Now he's way behind the count, so we'll see if he can battle back.
So it was a swinging strike 3. Robinson Cano goes down for the second out in the bottom half. Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Man, that's 7 straight strikes to start this inning. He's got a chance at an immaculate inning.
A swing and a miss at a sinker. The strikeout retires the side. Top of the third set to get underway. Now batting, Russell Martin. And he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. Swing and a ground ball to third. Looking at his career totals, Martin is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. Goodness, 0-2 now. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Ramos gathers it, and the throw is there to record the first out. So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring up the 3-time World Series champ, Vida Blue. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Settling under it is Marisnick for out number 2.
Now batting, left fielder.
Into the box now, Kenny Lofton. Second appearance here. He grounded out to start the ball game. And that's into the corner, a foul ball and right. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2.
Yeah, if he's going to pound the zone with this stuff all game, the offense better step up. Somebody's going to have to pull a trigger a little bit earlier in the count.
Marisnick on the move. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Down in order go the break. Here's Yoenis Cespedes. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front. Cespedes, 33 years old. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Hey, I know this guy's in the final year of his contract, but everybody is enamored with slugging percentage and home runs these days. But the guys in that dugout know who leads this team in hits, and it's this guy.
On, could we see another strikeout here? It's 0-2 now.
Wow, he's cruising right now out there. 4 straight punch-outs and working on number 5.
Boy, and they cannot touch him right now. 5 straight strikeouts on the ledger, and there are 2 away. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Curveball just misses apparently. 1-0. Swing and a miss on the sinker. A ball and a strike.
Man, this has been a game filled of a lot of swings and misses. Not very many confident swings, and this team up there, they'd swing at a butterfly right now if it flew in front of the plate. Lots of swings, lots of misses.
Well, the play's been made, and that retires the side. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. Acuna digs in now as we begin the top of the 4th. Here's a huge swing by Acuna and a drive to deep left. Gone to lead off the inning.
I think it's time to start pitching around this guy. He's hit 3 home runs already in this series. I'm not sure what more they need to see, but this is not the guy I want to be pitching to right now.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Loud noises right here, fellas. Hey, he's going to have to mix it up a little bit more because they are on his stuff.
In now, Dale Murphy. Pitch outside. The throw is not close as he's in there with a stolen base.
Well, this pitcher's out there just trying to get hitters out, and he's having a hard time doing that. So as a base runner, that's a good time to try to steal some bases. He's probably not as focused on control.
Now the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now. Albies, the runner at third with no outs. And another foul ball.
As a pitcher right there, do not be surprised if he throws the same exact pitch. He was lucky to foul that one off.
And he lays off it to even the count 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's one away. So a definite RBI spot here. Runner at third, one away. And into bat next, one of the best run producers in the game, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Freddie Freeman. Throw gets him, 2 down.
Now batting.
In now, Omar Vizquel. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power.
And the throw to first is there. The inning is over. One for the Braves in the end. And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Ahmed Rosario, back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
And he's going to start this inning out the same way he started the previous 2. 7 consecutive strikeouts. My word. One away. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Nimmo brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. Runs up and gets this one down. And he fans on the barehanded attempt, so that ought to be scored as a bunt single. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. Runners on the move for second. Swing and a looper to left. In comes the left fielder. He can't get to it. This one's down. Throw comes in quickly from left, so even on the hit and run, they'll hold things to first and second here. So here's Pete Alonso, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Robinson Cano will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. A ball and a strike now. 1-2 now as that one's fouled off. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. 2 left.
Leading off for Atlanta, the shortstop.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hard hit toward the hole. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
Hey, guys, I like the execution by the batter there. He got a hanger in the middle of the plate. He could have come unglued, but he didn't. He stayed focused and drove a line drive base hit.
Pitch outside. The throw is going to be far too late. That's a stolen base. The 1-0. Runner breaks for third. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw is not in time. Pretty close, but he got in there safely. The 1-1. Misses, ball 2.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
Hit hard up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
Hey, with that base hit right now, the lead's 3-0. And the way their pitcher's going, D-Row, that might hold up in this one.
Meanwhile here, the throw down to second is not in time, and it's a stolen base. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Runner goes for third. Hit in the air to center field. Marisnick is under it, and that's the first out of the inning. Now back to the leadoff spot in the Braves lineup. Stepping in, Kenny Lofton. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. 1 ball, no strikes the count. The 1-0 home. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score.
The center fielder.
Now here comes the Mets skipper on his way toward the mound, and it looks as though that's going to be all for his starter here tonight. So he'll make his way to the dugout after working just 4 1/3, and he just didn't have his best stuff in this one. Paul Sewell is into the ball game now as he'll make his 5th appearance of the season here. To the plate now, Ronald Acuna. He grounds it sharply to third. Throw gets him 2 down. So up steps Ozzie Albies. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Turned on down the line. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. A flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire the side. 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. He'll start things out here in the home 5th, and it's been tough sledding for this lineup through the first half of the game.
Yeah, they haven't had any momentum going to the plate so far in this one, Matt. They need something to break their way and wake them up a bit.
Be nice to get these fans involved at some point as well.
Now batting. No left fielder.
First pitch of the at-bat. 0-1. And that's in there for his strike 1-1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ball game.
I'll tell you, he looks really dialed in on the bump right there. He's got a shutout going, and he really seems to have this lineup off balance. Even when he challenges them up in the zone, they don't have an answer for it.
Jake Marisnick is at the plate now as he looks at strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike the count. A ball and 2 strikes the count now with the bases empty and 2 away.
Hey, offense needs to check itself.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail here 4-0.
Leading off to the plate, the right fielder, Dale.
Now Murphy connects and sends this one soaring out to left field. And it's gone as they add still another.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here, it's not the end of the world.
The batter.
Here's the first baseman, Freddie Freeman, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. A ball and a strike now to the Braves' first baseman. Well hit the other way, and it's into the gap. Freeman will head to second. And they'll keep it going here as he's in with a double.
Up next for Atlanta, the third baseman, Omar Vizquel.
So now to the plate, Omar Vizquel. That's a strike to throw down. Is well behind the play. That's an easy stolen base. Runner at third here, nobody out. And he gets around on one and hits it high and deep to straightaway right. See you later. Over the wall, a home run.
Another excellent swing right there. That's multiple home runs in the same inning. Watch yourself. You're missing over the heart of the plate.
Jerry Familia gets the call to pitch here, and he'll try to sort this mess out. He's going to try to at least eat a couple of innings for his guys. Now that ball is smoked. Carrying to deep left. Gone! Back-to-back jacks on back-to-back pitches. And we've seen 4 round trippers from these guys so far. Dan, D-Row, what do you make of all this?
D-Row, I don't know what you think, but this is one of those cases where I think the hitters right now, they must be seeing beach balls up there right now. There's 4 bombs already in this one.
Yeah, this lineup from top to bottom has power just oozing out of it. And this guy's missing over the heart of the plate. That's what happens.
A hit and 2 tries for him so far. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive.
Great job right there. Scrambling a nasty breaking ball off the plate.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Cespedes is there. Makes the play, 1 away.
Up next for Atlanta, the pitcher, Vida.
Ready for another shot now. Vida Blue. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch of the at-bat. Lifted into the air to shallow center. Here comes Marisnick, and he tracks it down. A nice running play to record the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder.
Digging in once again, Kenny Lofton. He'll try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Cespedes is there, and he puts it away to stop the bleeding. J.D. Davis is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Down the third baseline. This is foul for the first strike. He'll check in with an average still south of 230. 4 home runs, 9 driven in. Good hard sinker that time, and he's in control. 0-2. And now he'll foul this one off as well to fall behind here. No balls and 2 strikes. Hit the other way out toward right field. Murphy's under it. Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
1 away now for the Mets in the 6th. And up next will be the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. And he lays off there, 1-0. Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Swanson ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder.
Digging in to try it again, Brandon Nimmo. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
I think when a team starts struggling, certainly offensively, it's just guys try and play above their pay grade. Know who the best players are in the lineup and try and get on base to set them up.
And he's got another one. Justin Wilson comes on to pitch now, hoping for better results than the other arms that they've run out there in this one. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. And it's gone as they add still another.
Now batting, second base.
Stepping in now, Ozzie Albies. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out. Ready once again, Dale Murphy. 1 run in and 1 gone so far in this inning. He's set and pitch. Oh, they think they may have gotten him again. This one's hit deep to left field, and for the second time in the inning, the gopher ball will come back to bite him. It's a home run. Guys, you believe what we're seeing here today? With 6 home runs so far, this lineup is turning in a performance for the ages at the plate.
Yeah, Matty, you don't see this very often, D-Row, when it's cold and chilly like this. Wind blowing in a little bit, but we're still seeing a lot of home runs.
Yeah, Dan, I can't explain it. Let's just tip our hats to both offenses right now because they came to play. Moving traffic against this cold weather, not easy to do.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Two balls and a strike to Freeman. Now a changeup is bounced to second. Reined in. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter. The third
Stepping into the box, Omar Vizquel. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far.
The last at bat, Matty B, we heard this guy's a good fastball hitter.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. Around second. He's on his way to third. The relay throw, but he is in there with a triple.
Wow, he's seeing the ball very well in this one. He already has a homer, and I thought he might have another one here, but it's going to hit high off the wall, and he's into third. They might think about pitching around this guy going forward.
Lifted down the line in left. Near the stands, and he brings this one back in. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Jeff McNeil will be the next to take a turn. Last time through was a base hit. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 0-2 now as a curveball drops in there for a strike.
After 2 great pitches, he has a lot of options right now. He could bounce something or go elevated fastball.
Now another 0-2. Struck him out and make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
Matt, just about everything he's doing is working. All of his pitches, great command, great location, and the big key, with 2 strikes, he's attacking the zone.
And that misses low and away, ball 1. No hits to this point. And he's way off balance with the swing there. 1 out, nobody on. Swing and a miss on the sinker, and it's 1-2.
Wow, that was an ugly swing right there, and that tells us all we need to know. Nobody's picking the baseball up off this guy.
So that's his 15th punch out of the game. Pete Alonso becomes the 2nd out of the bottom of the 7th. Line drive to center field, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
Now batting.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos, as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away. And he struck him out. 16 for the ball game, and the inning is over. So coming to the plate, Russell Martin. He'll start things out for us here in inning number 8.
Russell.
He's set. Here it comes. Hit hard to third. And that'll just sneak past his outstretched arm, a base hit.
Now batting. The pitcher. Vida Blue.
Into the box, Vida Blue. Pitch is high, the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Now the 1-0. Runner's on his way to third. Strike taken, the throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily.
Oh, this kind of goes against those unwritten rules of baseball. They're leading big, so there's really no reason for them to steal third right there. And I'm not sure that was taken too kindly in the opposing dugout.
And they'll extend their lead even further as the run from third is in to score.
I'll tell you, they're posting video game numbers here. I mean, that's their 11th run of the game, and they're showing no signs of slowing down. Just an absolute onslaught from this offense.
That's lifted the other way out to left. Cespedes is there. 1 out.
Now batting.
1 away for the Braves here in inning number 8. And that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr.
This guy's having a pretty good week so far in 1 game. His last at bat is 2nd home run of the game. We'll see if they'll pitch him a little bit more carefully in this AB.
And they'll have runners at second and third following the one-out double.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with two runners in scoring position.
A ball and no strikes. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their...
In the dirt and blocked behind the plate. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on. Now the 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. After it is Marisnick. And the play is made, but this should be good enough for an RBI as the runner from third tags up. Throw won't get him.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Dale Murphy. He went deep last time up.
Yeah, man, this guy flexed his muscles on that last at-bat. We heard...
Oh, hang on now. This ball is crushed into left field, and this one ain't coming back. This ball is gone.
Well, if you would have told him when he woke up this morning that he was going to hit 3 home runs tonight, he would have thought he was dreaming. Well, it's a dream night, but he's wide awake.
Now batting, the first baseman, Freddie.
So next up will be Freddie Freeman as he rips it on the ground to second. Throw in time for the third out, but it certainly took a while as the inning is... Here's the left fielder, Yoenis Cespedes. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike one.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the game plan is today. Too many early swings. They got to be a little bit more patient at the plate.
And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1.
Couple strikeouts early in the game, but he's done a much better job in this at-bat trying to get ahead and put himself in a good hitter's count.
And another one. Strikeout number 17 in the ball game as he keeps racking them up. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Jake Marisnick comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. Curveball, swing and a miss, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
Locked him up with the off-speed stuff on that one. Jake Marisnick goes down for out number 2 in the bottom half. Lowry, a former member of the Oakland A's, who was signed as a free agent in the middle of last season.
Yeah, Matty, there's not too many guys in their mid to late 30s that are going to get more than a one-year deal, but this guy is a veteran presence.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Edwin Diaz enters now in a mop-up role as he'll try to keep the deficit right where it is. All set to start the 9th in this one. The next to bat for Atlanta, Omar Vizquel, and he'll be trying to replicate that home run swing that he took back in inning number 6. Marisnick is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Up next for Atlanta,
Dansby Swanson lining up to hit. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the first pitch to him. Oh, and he turns another one around here. And his fine ball game will continue. Give him another home run. I almost can't believe I'm saying this, but that was the 8th home run of the game for these guys. How about this offensive performance?
Yeah, thanks, Matty V. You know what, D-Roll, when the wind's blowing out like it is today, you're going to see a lot of home runs, and that's what we saw.
Yeah, Dan, you know this as a pitcher. You can mishit a ball, and it's going to the cheap seats today. They did an excellent job of changing their approach and getting balls in the air.
up next for Atlanta, the pitcher.
This guy came into today absolutely on fire, and nothing has changed. He looks seriously hitterish.
And hold on there. That's not going to get him in there with the stolen base. The 1-0 home. Lifted the other way out to left center. Marisnick is after it. Lays out, and he's got it. A great play for route number 2. And he's up to third safely now with 2 gone in the inning. Stepping in for the Braves, Kenny Lofton.
Kenny Lofton.
From the stretch. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Marisnick is going to have room out there as he puts this away. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ahmed Rosario. He's going to lead things off in their half of the ninth as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
But this is yanked down out there at shortstop for the first out.
Right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
And that's in there for strike 1. That's popped up. Vizquel trying to get there, but he can't make the play as it finds the outfield grass.
Hey, they're not all beautiful, and they don't all have to be. Just throwing a long dart over the third baseman's head right there. Beautiful piece of hit.
Jeff McNeil is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Ready with the 0-2.
You're grinding so hard at the plate right there, expecting something on the corners, and what happens? Change up, middle cut. Your eyes light up, but you're just not able to barrel it up.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Jeff McNeil goes down, and they've got only 1 out left to work with. And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. There's one at 97, and all he can do is foul that one away. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time. And this is pulled fouled as he was way out in front there. 2 out with the man at first. And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Wow, not only are complete games rare in this day and age of Major League Baseball, but a complete game shutout. This guy was in total command from the first inning through the 9th. Totally dominant in this one.
15-0 the final in this one. The Atlanta Braves took the